points in the game.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bears have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will get the first swing of the game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they've been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Gets open down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for room, it's Flanagan. Hard running there. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. The Aggies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bears offense has the ball for the first time. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
They'll run the screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking left. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They lose in the semis last year. Potential for a hangover this season.
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Caught over the middle. It's Bermudez. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got the back over the middle. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Chester. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Surging forward on the sneak. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. The run to the right. Got enough for the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. On the ground, it's Flanagan. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Using his feet. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Took a shot as he threw. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Line gets set, first down. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now they'll run the draw. Past the 45. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll run play action. Escapes trouble. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive was promising at times, but there he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That pass is incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking for space. It's Flanagan. What a cut. Now he's loose. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Got the quick pass. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Flanagan. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Flanagan. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Finds a tight end. He breaks a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw again. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're... That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they're not on the same page there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Pulls it, fired complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bears will call on their punt team. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Chester.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Powers through the defender. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. The run from the shotgun. Makes his man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hobbs. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Now on the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rock chalk. Kansas is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Air Force. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. After an unproductive first half and opening drive in the 2nd half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got... It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember... First, your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
They'll try the run. Fights off the defender. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Turning it on! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense. It's been... They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
The wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game, too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football.
Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all or super.
Touchdown Bears! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to pick up yardage. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes to the right. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Baylor! They move on top here in the fourth.
And, man, this thing looked like it was going the other way. How about this fourth quarter, man? What a swing of momentum. You throw up the goose egg, putting multiple touchdown drives together and taking the lead. What an exciting fourth quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The play action fake. Floating away.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's the pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. That's reeled in, it's more. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And he got just enough of that one. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
First play of the first possession of OT. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. First and 10 for Texas A&M to start this overtime period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Trying to punch it in. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down here, probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal as they try to punch it in from the doorstep here in overtime. From the gun, wants to pass. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Good, right down the boulevard. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. To the ground with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. If they can push this one in, they win the game. It's 3rd and goal. Power ahead. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.